Hello. Alright, so this video is really short. I just wanted to show you how to put decorative paper on your book covers because having something pretty there is very important. So book covers go on both ends of your book. Obviously you have two, so I just showed you how to do one. There's one really important step that I showed you in this video. It's the whole reason I made this video. Yeah, this was mine. I choose really pretty decorative paper that I already had in my house, and this is what the inside of the cover looks like. This is the outside. The really cool thing about adding decorative paper or design to your book cover, you can literally do anything. You can go out and get decorative paper like how I did, because I took a bookmaking class when I was in college and it was one of my favorite classes. I still love making books, which might sound dorky, but whatever. Yeah, you can go to the store, get decorative paper. You can make your own decorative paper. You can put like just normal color paper or white paper on this and then draw a design. You can use watercolor paper, let it dry, put it on here so then your book cover has a nice pretty little watercolor painting. You can do a collage. So if you have magazines in your house, which I've done this before and I actually really like it. I might have students in school do this. But if you have any magazines or newspapers laying around your house that nobody uses or nobody really reads anymore, you can make a collage. You can cut out little pictures and words from that magazine that you really like and glue it on a white piece of paper and then glue it on your book cover, and those are super fun. So this is a super short video. There's just one really important step that I showed you in this video that's really important and I would love for you to pay attention and do that. I just want to show you the thinness, and you just need a few things. So I didn't do this one because I was just showing you one, but when you do book covers, you're going to decorate both sides, or both covers is what I mean. So yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's super simple, but it's really informative and educational. Okay. Alrighty. So what you need, we're just going to do one. Well, I'm going to show you how to do one, but obviously when you make a book or book covers, usually you have two pieces of cardboard, so you decorate both. So one piece of cardboard, this is my decorative paper that I'm going to use. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a pen so that you'll be able to very clearly see what I'm talking about. But I mean, you can use a pen too, or you can use a pencil, scissors, and you do need glue. It can be liquid glue or glue stick. I do suggest you use a glue stick because with books, liquid glue can make the paper really wrinkly because it's a liquid, it's wet. So anything liquid makes papers, you know, kind of crinkle up. So glue stick is a little bit better. Or if you have double-sided tape, not regular tape, but double-sided tape will also work fine. So I'm going to show you a super easy way to put a cover on your, well, paper on your cover for your book. I already have decorative paper. The cool thing about putting covers on it is you can literally do anything you want. You can get like watercolor paper, do a little painting, let it dry, put it on the cover. You can use, I was gonna say white paper, but you could use any color paper, do a little drawing, put it on your book. You can do anything for your book covers. I don't know if I've said it already, but I love bookmaking, which might sound really weird, but you can just do, it's endless possibilities. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. So what we're gonna do, so say you have just like a regular blank piece of white book paper, notebook paper, whatever, this is just practice. The easiest way, to me, I go ahead and take the book cover that I have and I figure out, let me see the best way to do this. All right, this is actually gonna be perfect. So I put it in the middle. And what I do, I'm gonna get my pen so you can see, I don't trace the edges of the book. What I do is I'm gonna come out either a 1/4 inch, so like 1/4 of an inch, or a 1/2 inch away from the book, and then I'm gonna mark lines going all the way around the book, either a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch away. So I'm gonna do that right here. I should have some kind of elevator music, and since this is basically a 1/2 inch right here, I don't have to mark that. I'm just gonna leave it blank. Same thing for the top, so I'm gonna come to the left side. So if you did have a whole bunch of extra on the top, you would have to also come around and mark the top and the bottom, but mine's pretty good. And then I'm gonna come over to the left, again about 1/2 inch or at least a 1/4 inch. Don't do anything less than a 1/4 inch because that's pretty skinny. And you'll see why we need to have extra room. So you're gonna have like a rectangle. Again, I measured it pretty good, so I'm just gonna cut on the line of the orange line. So cut this excess off. Doop. And then this side. This paper is really thin, so it's really, really flimsy, but it'll also be very pretty. All right, so I got that cut. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna do this side. I'm gonna get my glue stick. I'm gonna layer up the glue on this piece of cardboard. You want to put the glue everywhere. Don't just put it on the corners. Don't just put it on the middle. You want the edges, the corners, the middle, everything, because this is gonna go on top of your cover of your book. You don't want it to come off or peel away. Okay, so I'm actually, you don't need to watch me do this. I'm just gonna do it real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so hopefully you can see all of that, yeah, all that shiny glue. Like I said, if you don't have a glue stick, liquid glue will work. It'll just make your paper crinkly. Or you can use double-sided tape, not regular tape. I'm trying to find if there's a top side to this. I think there is. So I'm gonna lay, I think this is the top side of the pretty paper. I'm gonna lay it flat on the table. I'm gonna take my cardboard cover and I'm gonna try to eyeball it to the middle. So again, I want 1/2 inch border on all sides, but luckily you can wiggle it around a little bit. Okay, so kind of like that. And then what I always tell my students, make a fist, hold the paper or hold the cardboard down, make a fist. And you want to smooth over everything. You want the paper to stick down. When you're in a bookmaking class, you have something called a bone fold, which is just like a little, I guess they used to be bones, but it's plastic now. And you could press it. You could use a pen and you just press really hard, but not too hard. You don't want to rip your paper. And just really make sure all of the paper is sticking. You want to make sure the paper is sticking on the corners, on the edges. You don't want any of it to come up. Okay? So you got that far. The next thing we're gonna do, and this is very, very important. This is honestly why I'm even making a video on this for when my students do this. As you can probably guess, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna fold these edges over and glue them down, but not yet. Because when you leave it like this, when you leave all the corners there and everything, and you start folding over, because you fold this side and then you fold this side, I don't know if you can see that, it's gonna start like bunching up really bad. And to make a really, really pretty book, you don't wanna have bunched up corners. So before we do that, what you're gonna do, grab your pen or your pencil, and you're gonna make a little square. You're gonna cut off 90 degrees of the corner on each corner. Okay? So you can either, well, I would suggest you mark it with a pen or something. But to be honest, I usually eyeball it. But this is a very, very, very important step. So make a little square on your corners. I'm trying to bring it up so you can see. Okay, I just met it at the corner of the cardboard. I didn't go past it or anything crazy, but we got a little 90 degree. Take your scissors and you're gonna very carefully cut out the corner. I was trying to do it quickly, but also I didn't want to mess up. So we're cutting the corners, cutting the corners. Last one. All right. So now it should look like this. Now we're ready to glue. So now you can take your glue stick. I put glue on the edge of the cardboard, load it up, turn your paper over the edge. You want it nice and tight. And again, you can either use your finger or a pin and just, rub it down real good. Then we're gonna move on to the next side. Put the glue down. And now since we cut that little corner out, when we fold it over, we won't have any bunched up corners. It's gonna lay perfectly flat. Look at that. You see how perfectly flat that is? So it's very, very important that we do lay those, or we cut those corners out. It'll make a nice, pretty little book. Next one. Again, use your finger or your bone fold, which can be a pen or a pencil. And then our last one. Ta-da! Our pretty little book cover. So this is the outside of the book, and then your paper would go on the inside. And then I'll make more videos how to show you to make different books. Yeah, so this is it. The most important thing was about the covers, which was the whole reason I wanted to make this little video, because it's very, very important. Look, we got nice, well, where is it? Nice flat corners on our cardboard. Yay!